the Drake. Whatever they gonna play, it's high and niggas won't take. Hey, I'm having my way. Say I ain't having this weight. Say I ain't having this weight. And like
hey y'all, it's your girl Jetta Jaye, and I'm back with another story time for y'all. I hope y'all can see me. It's kind of dark outside, but I was just at the store, so I wanted to tell y'all this story because it popped into my head. So yeah, and I'm on my camera, so I hope that like everything's good. You can hear me, you can see me. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and jump into the story. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Of course, as you can see by the title, this is a story time about how my coworker hit my car. My brand new car at that, y'all. Like, what? Okay, so y'all know I gotta go back to the beginning. So in 2019, when I graduated from college, I got a job. I want to say like June, July, somewhere. Like, it was like towards the end of the summer when I got this job, y'all. So this job was completely out of my like career field. I went to school for journalism. So literally this job had nothing to do with what I wanted to do, which I wanted to be an entertainment journalist, which I still may want to do that. I don't know, y'all. I don't know what I want to do in my life. I'm only 25. I'll get it together one day, but right now I do not know. But yeah, I got this job, and when I started this job, I didn't have, I had my old car. So the car that I used to have was a Pontiac G6 Green Bean. I loved that car to death. Me and that car was everywhere. Like, we really went through it, but there was nothing wrong with my car. I had just had it for so long. Like, I had it since senior year of high school, and here I am graduating from college, and I still have the same exact car. So it was just time to get an upgrade. And so I already had in my mind, like when I came home, I wanted to get a new car and I wanted to get my own apartment because I love my grandparents to death, amazing. But I've told y'all it was just a little bit too strict for your girl. We cannot live together. So I already knew like that was in my plans. When I got this job, I need to be paid enough so that I'd be able to afford my rent and, you know, take care of myself. So fast forward, y'all, like I said, I got this job and they were only paying $14 an hour. But again, as I've told y'all, when I went home for the summers during college, I had a job. So I've always had money saved up. I was broke, but I wasn't broke. Like, I had enough money to start taking care of myself, but I wanted even more. Like, I told myself I would get an apartment when I had an entire year's worth of rent saved up. And once I did that, I got my apartment. When I got this job or whatever, there's gonna be two main people in this story time. So the girl that I worked with at the front desk, we're gonna call her Chicago. And then the girl that hit my car, we're gonna call her Turtle. All right, so there was like a day or two when I first started this job where I just went to the job and I would just sit next to Chicago while she checked patients in. So like this was just a front desk job where I called people, checked patients and stuff in, and then like collected information and stuff like that. For 2 days, I basically had to watch Chicago, do everything, enter everything into the computer, and just like take notes and stuff like that and follow along. So these 2 days, Turtle wasn't there. Like, I didn't see Turtle. Turtle was actually, she's a therapist, but she would go to like the schools and she would work with the students or whatever. So she would only come in, like she'd be in there half the day and then she'd leave. So she'd be in there like the first half of the day, and then by like 1 o'clock, if not earlier sometimes, she would leave. And then a lot of days she wouldn't be there because I guess she had to be at the school or they had games or stuff like that. So anyways, after I went through my training or whatever with Chicago, then Turtle starts coming in. So right off the bat, I wasn't feeling Turtle because when she came in, I understand you don't know me and that's fine, but if you see two people sitting up at the front desk, like, I'm not hidden out in the corner, like I'm right here at the front desk sitting right next to Chicago. She would come in and she'd be like, "Hey, Chicago," and that was it. Like, no, "Hey, oh, I see we have a new person. What's your name?" Like, you know what you would do. That's what a normal person would do. I just feel like that's common courtesy to address everybody in the room, especially if it's your coworker. Like, what? So I didn't like that. They gave me a bad vibe that rubbed me the wrong way, and she kept doing that. Like, this went on for weeks, y'all, where she would come in and say, "Hey, Chicago," and not say anything to me. Not a good morning, like barely an introduction. It was just very strange, but I didn't really care because, like I said, she was in there for half the day. And the first building that we were in was like very big. So as soon as she came in, after she said hey to Chicago, she would go to the back, and like I really wouldn't see her unless she like came up to talk to Chicago. And like her and Chicago were super close. Chicago worked there for like years, so she knew everybody, and they were all like close knit or whatever. Mind y'all, all these people are white. I'm the only black person in the office, so I don't want to say that's why she was standoffish towards me. I don't know. I don't know. This area where I was working was very white dominated, but still, that's just weird. I don't care. I'm gonna say hey to everybody, and if you're the type of bitch to not say hey to everybody, let me know, because I'm staying clear of you. You're a weird bitch. But anyways, y'all, so yeah, that's just how she would be. And then like after I was there for a couple months, she kind of started saying hey to me and being like a little cordial, but for the longest time she literally would just come in, say hey Chicago. Like, even if Chicago wasn't there and I'm just sitting up there, she still wouldn't say hey or good morning. She'd just walk in and go to the back. No, not feeling you, girl. So yeah, that went on. And then like I said, after I was there for like probably 2-3 months, oh my gosh, I almost forgot, and her husband would do that shit too, y'all. Like, her husband would come in and be like, hey Chicago. Silence. Like, not even look my way. Like, I don't know, I don't want to be calling people racist, but that's what it was giving. If you're not, I don't know, but I would speak to everybody. I don't care. That's always gonna be odd to me. So anyways, like I said, after I'm there like 2-3 months, she starts saying hey a little bit more, and like coming up and like, you know, doing small talk, but not for real. And so I want to say I got my car in October of 2019, like towards the middle of October. And so after I got my car, so I had my car for a while, and this parking lot was a small parking lot, not the one she hit me in, the one that we're currently at. So this is the first building we're at, where I'm just first meeting her. And so we have this small parking lot, and I had my little Pontiac. She had this fat ass silver truck, y'all, like this huge silver truck. And in this small parking lot, she never hit my Pontiac at all, like ever. So I'm just confused on how as soon as I get my new car, you hit my shit. But anyways, I want to say after I got my new car in October 2019, and then a couple months later, probably November, December, my manager said that we were going to move buildings because I guess the tenant of whoever was over the building we were first in, like, he didn't want to take care of the building. There was mold. It was nasty and dirty, like stains on the carpet and stuff. Like, it was a really old building, y'all. He didn't want to do any maintenance. Like, he didn't want to make any renovations to the place. So we had to get up out of there. So we ended up leaving this building, and we ended up going to a building that was like basically a bank. So we went to this bank, and I'm going to show y'all a picture. Let me get my phone up because I want to describe to y'all like the picture that I'm going to put on here. Okay, so I'm going to show y'all this picture that's like a bank basically. This isn't the place, but I'm just trying to give y'all an example of what the parking lot was like. So basically where that overhead part is, that's the part of the bank where they have those columns and they have those little tubes that go up, like if you don't want to go inside. So that's like where we would park. And there was like 7 employees at this time. So we would all park like 2 to each row. And I would always be the last person there because I'm not coming to work early. Y'all aren't paying me to come into work early. Sorry if I'm looking over here. I'm trying to make sure it's not blurry, but anyways, y'all aren't paying me for coming in 5 minutes early. Y'all want us to clock in right at 8. So I will be in my seat at 8 o'clock to clock in. I'm not coming in early. I'll be the last person there, walking in at 7:59 and 56 seconds. Like, I'm not coming in any earlier. So anyways, y'all, where this white car is, like at the ATM thing on this column, that's exactly where my car was, but like turn it around. So my car was facing the opposite way, but it's literally right there. And like there was a hill going upwards to like get to that ATM. So like there was literally a hill that she had to go up to get to my car. And then y'all see where this, like, I think this car is blue. It's the only one in the row and it's blue. But instead of them, the parking spots being crooked, like they were straight, and then move her one place over to the left. So like she's that far parked away from my car, and she would always park that far away from my car. So one day I'm getting off of lunch, right? And it's like 1 o'clock. So I get back into the office and I get to doing my job and stuff. And then like an hour later, Turtle comes in and she's like, I'm getting ready to leave. I have to go to the school or whatever. So we're all like, bye, see ya, whatever. Sometimes I wouldn't even say bye to her because you acted very weird. So I'm gonna act weird back because I'm just petty and childish like that. But don't be like me, y'all. I've already told y'all that. But yeah, so she went outside and then, okay, so we're in the front of the building. So like when you first come in the door, it's on the opposite side of where we park at. So she goes out the door and then there's like some windows on the side. And then after that, we can't see anything. So we're all parked with our cars at the back of the building. And like I told y'all, she's all the way in that parking space, all the way, one over from where my car is, all the way up by this ATM and up a little hill. So y'all, it's like 2 minutes go by. She comes back in and I'm thinking she left something. She comes back in. She's like, Jetta, I just hit your car. Huh? Mind y'all, what? I've had this car for not even 6 months yet. Like, bitch, I didn't even get to crash my own shit before you backed the fuck up into it. Like, what? So I'm literally getting up so quick and going outside. I don't care if there's a patient up here or not. Like, I'm getting ready to go see what my car's looking like. So I get out there and her car is still like up on this hill and her bumper's all dented in and my car's got this huge scratch on the front. Oh no. I don't want to say she tried to hit my car because why would you try to hit my car knowing that you're going to have to pay for the damages? But like from where you were, like, bitch, were you drunk at work? Like, I'm just confused. Like, anyways, so she's like, yeah, I just hit your car. Like, I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention and I hit the gas when I was backing up. That's how you back up. But you had to have your foot down on that pedal for so long to hit my car. Like, you weren't paying attention at all. And then how the pictures that I showed y'all, like, you can, it's literally like this. You can get out either way. You didn't even have to back up that way to get out. You could have just backed up straight and went out. Like, why? I don't understand that. So you weren't paying attention. You turned your wheel. You put your foot on the gas too hard. And just kept going. Like, your reflexes must be slow as hell. And so I'm mad as fuck because I'm like, I literally just got this car and you just tore my car. Like, not to say my car was tore all up because it wasn't. But like, girl, I don't want no scratches and shit on the front of my car that I've only had for 6 months. Like, what the hell? So yeah, she's like, oh yeah, I'm really sorry or whatever. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. I didn't tell her this, but I'm like, I don't know what to do. I've never been in a wreck with another person, so I don't know what the fuck to do. So I called my grandpa and I'm like, hey grandpa, like, can you come out to my job because my coworker just hit my car? And he's like, what? And I'm like, yes, like this bitch, I say this bitch, but I'm like, this girl literally just ran into my car. Like, can you come here? And mind you, I was still living at home at this point. So like, it was 15 minutes away from home. Where I was working at. So he came there or whatever. He's like, you need to call the police. So I called the police too and all that and told them there's been a wreck. He said the police are probably going to take forever to get there, which they did. So yeah, when he got there, well, first of all, y'all, why was this girl like, oh, how long is your grandpa going to take? Like, I have to go.
Girl, what the fuck is you talking about?
Girl, I don't give a fuck. YouTube is not going to monetize me because I be cussing too much. But girl, I don't give a fuck about where you need to be. You literally just ran into my brand new car. Like, it's not even like it was my 6-7-year-old car, bitch. You just ran into my brand new 6-month-old baby. Like, I don't care where you have to go. I don't give a fuck. So she was like, yeah, I really have to go. And I'm like, well, you can leave after my grandpa gets all the information he needs to get and the police get here. So she's acting like she's irritated or whatever, and she's like, well, I have to call my husband or whatever. Okay, you can call your husband, that's fine. So she's on the phone or whatever, and I'm taking pictures. I'm taking pictures of my scratch, her dent, and all this stuff, and making sure I get the screenshots with the date and time on it, because you're not going to say you didn't hit my stuff. Because we had no cameras. So yeah, my grandpa finally gets there, and he's just taking pictures and talking to her and like what happened, and she's acting like she's scared or something. Like, my grandpa is the sweetest, like cutest thing you've ever seen. He's not getting ready to do nothing to you. Like, girl, stop acting like the victim. You just ran into my shit. I'm the victim, hoe, and the only person who should have an attitude is me. Like, where's your attitude coming from? If you had to go, you should have thought about that before you backed up into my car. You should have been paying attention. So mind y'all, the whole time my grandpa was on the way for that 20 minutes, I'm standing outside with her, because I'm not finna go inside and then you pull off like, oh, I thought it was fine because we work together, like we can take care of it when no, we're gonna take care of it right now. So we waited out there. My grandpa came, we took pictures or whatever. Then I sent the pictures to myself, and then I went inside and I printed them off of the work computer. Yes, I used their ink. I printed it off the computer so that we could all sign the agreement, because she was like, I'll pay for the damages or whatever. Yeah, duh. But we had to get her signature, my signature, and then my grandpa's as a witness. And y'all, this was like a Friday when this happened. So the next morning on Saturday, I went and took my car to the shop, and they were like, oh, we'll take a look at it. So they did, and they were like, you know, the scratch isn't too bad. We can probably just buff it out, and like, we won't charge you or anything. So they buffed it out. You can still kind of see the scratch there, but it wasn't nothing to have my car in the shop for real. And it's just like, you hit my car so hard that your car was dented. Like, the back of your car was dented. Like, how are you not paying attention for that long? I just, I don't know. Like I said, y'all, I don't know if she hit my car on purpose, but I don't know. Oh my gosh, it's getting so dark, y'all. Let me hurry up. So on Monday, I come in, and Turtle comes up to me. Me and Chicago are talking or whatever, and Turtle comes in, and she's like, oh my gosh, like, did you find out how much it's gonna cost or whatever? And I should have told her ass $1,000, but I was like, oh, they just ended up like fixing my car or whatever for free, like it wasn't too damaged, so we're good. And she was like, oh, well, I'm so glad it worked out. I'm just really sorry I hit your car, yada yada. But it's just like, girl, you should have been saying all that shit the day of, not after the fact when you were about to have to pay something. Because why do you have an attitude and talking about you gotta go, girl? Anyways, that's my story, y'all. I don't know if she hit it on purpose. I really don't. But I just, like, I don't know, for you not be paying attention and to back up that far and like up a hill and everything, you had to like slam your foot on the brakes and turn the car to go that way. Like, it was just a whole lot of not making sense. But thank y'all for watching. Like I said, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.
Go to the Drake, whatever they gonna play. It's high, but niggas won't take. Ayy.